Well, hello, and welcome back to another Transport Fever 2 beta test beta thing, whatever it is, episode with me, Mr. Gill. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much for all of your previous views, likes, comments, suggestions, and subscriptions. It does mean a lot to me, guys. Every time you click that like, every time you subscribe, it really helps me out and motivates me to do more. We are starting this directly after we finish our live stream. If you don't know, we're live streaming on Mondays at 2200 UTC, which is 8 a.m. Australia time. I don't know what time that is for you. 8 a.m. Australia time, 2200 UTC. We're doing that every Monday. We're spending a couple of hours fixing things. We fixed a lot. We fixed a damn lot. We completely redid all of these lines in between these five kind of hub things. And set ourselves up for future success. We're really trying to pump a lot of material into this construction material plant so that we're maximizing the amount of bricks and that everybody's getting the bricks they need, and we can take the bricks even more further afield, and that is a really good thing. We had a lot of nice people pop into the live stream. We also had Hushy, who has a channel. You go check it out, Hushey, who is a far better player and understands signaling and all that kind of stuff. He did mention that I had a lot of platforms and I could probably use signaling better. We have done some signaling stuff. We've got some lines here that are sharing things, and I'm quite happy with that. Actually, I'm kind of like, look, I think I'm learning. Look at this multicolored line, because it's got like 3 different things going on it, and it seems to be quite efficient. Nothing seems to be stopped for too long, so I'm down with that. I'm down with what I've put down. But what are we doing this episode? We're starting our first actual passenger situation. You can see at the end of the live stream what we did is we added a couple of bus routes into here. These are pretty much temporary bus routes. We will come back as the cities grow. Clare, Holt, and Lee. As these cities grow, we're going to come back and redo these. We're going to have to upgrade some of these roads. We can't afford it. They are expensive. We've got a lot of money. We're making bank, a couple of million a year. Yeah, nearly 3 million a year. So we are getting money, but just to upgrade this road here, only to the 4-lane with 60, and we want the bigger ones. I think there's a bigger one than that. It's going to cost, that's 1.2 million. So we're going to hold off a little bit on that, even though it probably will cost us more later on. We're just going to hold off a little bit. But you can see we've got a lot of passengers wanting to be moved around Lee, which is fantastic. And this is the way we're going to grow these cities. They've all kind of maxed out a little bit at roughly around the 400 to 500s. Well, this one is still growing a bit. Lots of emissions and traffic and stuff like that. So we need to start getting people onto the buses and onto the trains. There's also a ton of these little cars moving because we still have not reached any sort of really good transport. We're using the little, what are they called again? The DCG? No, the Landaus. Oh, that's for the bus network. What are we using for the transport? These guys are the DMGs, the Canstats. They're just annoying. We need some new vehicles to become available before we can make this a little bit nicer for everyone. But let's start with a passenger train line. Let's stick in a one of these, like so. Swing you around, pop you down, tracks like this. I make so many of these like that. I should work out how to do a proper hub for this. And we've made the line already. You can see we've got an IC intercity. I don't know why we need, everything's going to be intercity, isn't it? But intercity rail from Clare, Holt, Lee, number 1, via Lee West and Clare. So it's via these 2 stations, I think. Where's Lee West? This is Lee West. Okay. That's fine. I don't know what the thing is. Okay, that's fine. I think that works. Let's buy a train. Now, what do we have in terms of... Do we have anything cool? We don't have the lovely one I like, the little red alligator-looking one. So we're going to have to go with an old school situation. What's this? We don't need that yet. I think we're going to go straight for the... We want to get some speed going. I think we're going to go straight for the D1 third. I'm worried about spending money. Yeah, okay, let's just do that because we have to be profitable, people. We have to be profitable. So we have the options of the coach, which goes 40 kilometers, the Bavarian passenger car, which goes 50 kilometers, or the compartment car, which goes 60. Our train can only go 40, so let's get some coaches and go 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. I think 24 is good. Currently, I think there's about 25 people going back and forth between those cities. Let's go like that, and let's see it in action. So that's cool. Hello. You're a nice looking train. Oh wow, you're a beautiful looking train. Look at that. It looks like a Christmas ornament. Can you make a whistle for me, train? We'll put a whistle place at some point. Okay, so that's now going to start to do that, and we'll hopefully start to see passengers pop up at those stations waiting to be moved around this great distance that we have. Let's let run for a little while, and we'll come back in a second. Okay. It's like a day later now in real life. This seems to be working fine. We're making some money on it. Everything's going back and forth. In the between times, I mean, we're getting quite outside my comfort zone in terms of signaling and everything. And I'm sure there's a few people going to be going, what the hell is that mess? But I think I'm making it work. We've got a lot of trains coming in and coming out. And I think they're all doing their thing now. For the last 2 hours, they were stopping, and I was like, why is that one stopping? So I think I've got all the signaling right, so they stop at the right places so they can let other things through, because there's a couple of trains and lines sharing tracks for little sections and stuff like that. This guy's going to break it now. Yeah. Again, why? Why are you should stop back there. Okay, let me fix this. Okay, I think that's working again. But as I said, we're definitely out of my comfort zone, and this is eventually going to have to be redone. I'm sure of it. It's not right. It was right. It was okay. And then I started going, I think I can make this better. This doesn't have to share a line. We can get this going faster. Because the issue I'm having is that all of these dudes coming in, they were sharing a couple of platforms, and there was just time. So you're getting something sitting here for 30 seconds, and it was ruining the profitability of everything. And I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. What are you stuck for? Who are you? Why? Oh, okay, cool. But I think that now works. I'll keep an eye on it. This whole system seems to be working now. This is going better. We could still get more iron into here. I've got 5 big trains, and again you're getting this kind of situation where they're just stopping too often to pass each other, and that's what's taking the time to get the stuff in there. But I mean, we're producing enormous amounts of the steel. We'll have to keep looking at this, but I think it's going to come down to bigger trains. I mean, the signaling's fine, look, that all looks good, but there's maybe one too many of them. If I took one away, though, they're not carrying as much, But it is just this guy has to wait for this guy, and this guy has to wait for this guy to go in. I can't see much we could change there. Okay, so we now have this big network going up. We've got a few lines, as you can see here, that say they're unprofitable. I don't think they are, and especially like this brick line. That was the one we were just looking at then. I think it's just about we've just done a whole lot of signaling, and trains were stuck for a long time, so we just need to let them run. But we should, I'm 100% sure every line is completely profitable, including the bus lines, which we've got to remember that the aim of this is efficient. None of this is efficient, but it's close to efficiency. Efficient, networked profitability. I think that's what we said we would do. There's definitely some networks going on here, big time, and we're definitely profitable. So profitability, we're doing great on. Come on, Iron, why are you not making money? There we go. Now it makes money. Oh, this saving line. Why say Lee Iron doesn't make money? Lee iron makes the most money, no? It's this one here. That's Lee coal. Oh, this one. Yeah, see? Okay, so it is. Why is it losing money? It's losing money because they're pausing so often. This was one of our best lines before, but it's losing money because of the time. Sure of it. How do we fix that? Something we have to look at. Something we have to look at for sure. I will come up with a plan for there. But before we finish off, we've got our first profitable passenger line, which is fantastic. We've got a ton of tools in here, so I need to add more trains to those lines, but we need to start taking those tools somewhere else. We've got Backup and we've got Wallingford. I think Wallingford's a good place to... well, they're both good, actually, because of the brick. Ooh. That's a nice thing. That's good to have a farm. Okay, that's very good to have a farm. Because you can see there, take that and make plastic. Take that plastic, put it in there, and all we need to get to here is steel. Now we have steel. We have a lot of steel. We could easily have more steel if the iron was more efficient. If this was more efficient, we would have a lot more steel. If we can see here, yeah. The problem is there's never enough iron. There's a lot of coal, never enough iron. We're not even at max production, we're not even at level 2 really. Okay, so that's a very good thing. So we want to use this. Well, we just got to keep an eye on it. Yeah, let's just keep an eye on it. Actually, there's one over here as well. That's probably better. Look, this here. Okay, we've got to do a lot of work to do. We've got a lot of work to do. But I think definitely what I need to do now is take some rail, probably up to Backup. I think I kind of like Wallingford though. I kind of like Wallingford. This guy's still not getting enough stone, but he is maxing up pretty hard, growing pretty big, so that's great, but definitely needs more stone in there. Yeah, maybe into Wallingford. Let me have a quick think. Okay, so we decided to go with Backup. I think that's nice. So that started producing tools with Backup. We've got a lot of tools. I was just thinking though, maybe I think we might upgrade these trains, eh? So this line here, which is taking the coal, does a great thing for us. It's nice, it's super fast. There's 3 trains on it, just going back and forth, and it's like perfect. So let's try and screw it up a little bit. But I'm thinking, let's pause for a second. I'm using you, aren't I? Yeah, so let's edit this vehicle. Edit. Yeah, if we edit, and then... well, I guess we want to remove everything, because we're going to replace the cars as well. So that's going to bring back some money, like a refund, and I think we're going to go for the hardcore A. We're going to see if this guy works. It's 100 kilometers an hour. It's got a lot more tractive and pulling power. And then, unfortunately, the current gondolas only got 80. So the top speed for this will be 80. I'm pretty sure the track is short enough anyway that they wouldn't get to 100. I don't think so. But let's see. Let's go bam. Bam. So we were carrying 100 before. Let's see if we can get easily up to that. 104 at mediocre speed. So what's that? 80 kilometers in 72 seconds. Yeah, okay, I'm okay with that because it's pretty flat. And 80 kilometers is what it's going to be anyway because of the limitations of the gondolas. Let's see, how many can we add still at mediocre speed? I think we might be too long now. Let's do it. So that's 136 for 9 million. Oh, this is expensive. Okay, let's do that and see how this goes. So this is this train here. Let's actually come in here and color this guy black for coal, like so. That's a nice fast train. Oh man, that's fast. Okay, we can definitely go longer. Loading speed is about the same. And let's see how fast it gets up to. If it already gets to 80 pretty quick, then we're okay, but we need to think about replacing those gondolas with the faster gondolas when they're available, which should be relatively soon. But as I said, I think it's too short to get to 80. See, it's going to get to 60. Interesting. So that makes an issue in that the locomotive can get to 100, the gondola can get to 80, but the speed, the shortness of the track means it's only going to get to 60. So we could replace the locomotive with the one that goes 60 kilometers. Still have the gondolas, even though they go 80 because they carry double. Or leave it as is. Let me run it for a few minutes and see if this train stays profitable, this particular train. We can see here the finances of it here. Yeah, I want to just this particular train. Give me a second. Yeah, okay, so it does make money, however it's stopping too often. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to go, this guy's got coal on you, this guy doesn't. This guy's gone to sail. Bam, he's done. This guy we're going to replace with exactly what we did there. So manage vehicle, what is it? It's 21 trucks on an A35. So edit this like I saw. Steam A35, add cargo, gondolas. 21, yeah? How does it tell me if I have how many I have? It doesn't. 128 capacity, 136. So we need some more money. Damn. Where were we? Here. So it's 136 capacity for 9 million. Yeah, let's do that. So this is how many capacity? 168. So we need to add some more onto that. 168. So 17. That's 4 more. Yeah. Edit selected vehicle. Gondola. 1, 2, 3, 4. Modify. Okay. So let's let that go. Now I think just now because they're faster, I think this is going to work better. Okay, so it's getting over the 60 kilometers, so that's good. That's a great thing. 70, 74. Okay, cool. So we shouldn't switch the engines to the slower ones. We still have the limitation of 80 is a max because of the gondola itself. The station platform is looking slightly small on this side, so we might need to reconfigure that. But now they're going back and forth at a much higher speed, I think. So the rate should increase. And the frequency should increase as well. I think the frequency is about 110 seconds before. So this is okay. The rate is definitely gone up. The rate was about 500 before. I think this is good. I definitely think this is working. Wallingford Iron Mine. Where's that? That's relatively useful actually into here because we do have. Oh, damn it. God damn it. We did have another coal here. It's disappeared. But that's kind of useful. Actually, getting more iron into here is not a bad thing. The reason we're testing out whether these trains are better is because we can look at doing that for the iron thing, which is just not keeping up with the coal movement. Okay, I think these two trains are doing great things. Great things. Yeah, I think we've done a good job here. Wait a second. You should be coloured black, please. Boing. I think we could probably add a few, maybe 1 gondola extra, 2 gondolas. How long is this? Which platform are you using? You must be using this one, no? Configure platforms. Can we come out a bit? We can. Tracks. It's going to make something go bing, isn't it? I can feel it. So it comes in. I don't think it's using this platform, is it? Can't tell. Lee coal. manage line. At Highworth, it's on platform 1. Yeah, okay, that's better. So actually now it's using the longer platform. It's not using the short one. Okay, that's great. So that's going to give it more capacity. So we could go, oh, look at the money go up. So let's pause for a second, manage both these vehicles and edit them up and add some gondolas to them. 1, 2. Oh, that's good. 1, 2. Sweet. Make sure they're all black. Nice. Okay, so now before we had 3 trains carrying 100 each, so that was 300. Now we've got 2 trains carrying 184 each, and we can probably increase that a couple more times as well. So we've doubled, not doubled, we've nearly doubled. No, we've added a third, something. You do the maths. And this line is now super making a lot more money, than it was before. Okay, that's great. So that works. We have this line especially has the capacity to sustain that high cost of these trains. So what I have to look at now is whether this line can do the same, and even whether the steel line can do that as well. I think the steel line definitely can. The steel line's making quite a bit of money, and we've got a lot of trains on it. We need to increase the speed because it's super long. Yeah, for sure. Let's just see how our backup train is doing. Are we getting stuff? Yes, we are. We've got stuff to collect. Fantastic. Probably have to stick another train on that very shortly. We've got little cars up here, have we? Excellent. You. Let's add another one for you. Brilliant. Okay, so that's good. So we're really making bank now, which is great. Making probably 3 or 4 million a year, I think, probably, if we take out the costs. So that's great. Every line should be profitable. Yes, they are, including the bus lines, I believe, are profitable. Yep, it's making money. Yep, making money. Yep, making money. So that's great. Okay, so everything is profitable. We're maintaining the goals of this playthrough. Cool. So in the between times, I'm going to see what we can do. Now, if, as I said, you know, a lot of this, if you've been watching the episodes, you might go, oh, where did all this stuff come from? Or a lot of this was done in live stream, so you should check those out. Come along on a Monday and join in the live streams. They're super fun. I want to do more of the live streams. It's a great way. My time is limited, so live streams are an easier way for me to produce content. And this game takes time, you know, moving things around and doing things that you can't necessarily do in a whole episode. You can get done in a live stream. And also you guys can give me advice about how I've done so much things wrong. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Catch you in the next one. Bye.